We don't want our big kids or our big future leaders. Parenthood is not easy.
It isn't. It isn't at all.
Easy, especially when you're in diaspora.
What made us decide that we were going to be parents ourselves?
How did you meet Felix?
Well, hi everyone, welcome to Thrive With The Bomides. I am Felix.
And I'm Olanike.
And we are so excited to welcome you to this channel. Well, you might be wondering who we are and why we've created this channel. We are healthcare professionals. We're actually nurses. I'm a general nurse. My wife is a community mental health nurse. And we are passionate about family health, emotional well-being, and mental health. We're also very strongly passionate about helping people, not just as an individual, but as a community. So we will not just be doing this as individuals or as a family ourselves, but as a community.
Just getting to know us, our family. We are parent ourselves. We've got two lovely children. We've got a daughter that is turning 3 in March, and we've got a son that is 7 months-ish.
Yeah.
So going forward, how did you meet Felix?
Well, just to take you a little bit back to what my wife has said before I answer that question, how we actually met. Our 2 children, the first name is Phoebe, and she is really handful, honestly.
She's a proper toddler.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a proper toddler. And I believe you guys out there have also got families almost similar like us, busy professionals, young working adults, and also having to balance living as a family and growing resilient and tough kids. So that is what we'll basically be talking about on this channel. You'll be hearing tips from us on what parenting strategies we feel actually work. You would also be hearing ideas into emotional well-being as a parent, as an individual. You would also be hearing from us ideas into growing together as a community. So to answer your question,
wait for it.
How did we actually met? Well,
it's a funny story.
Yeah, boy.
Isn't it? It is actually funny.
It's a funny story. Well, you know, in relationship, I believe the lady should talk about how we met.
Well, I'll leave that to you.
I have like a summary of how we met. I have like a full script of how we met.
Yeah.
Well, just to cut it short, I'm not gonna bore you or anything. Well, we met sometime in 2015, 2015, I believe.
2015, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
2015.
towards the end of the year. We met through an organization, so a non-governmental organization.
That's right.
That we both belonged to at the time.
Yes, that's right.
We had like a WhatsApp group that we're communicating with, and then I think it came to a time that we needed to like nominate people to be leaders of the organization.
Yeah.
And we were asked to like give our suggestion who we would nominate, and I did nominate him for a post. I can't really remember the post. I probably believe like the treasurer or something.
Well, I think you nominated me for one of those leadership posts, isn't it?
Leadership. I know it was a leadership post because believe me, he was very all over the page. Everyone noticed him in the group chat. So I was like, well, this person will make a good leader. So I nominated him, and then he just private chatted me and was just asking few bits and bobs, why did you nominate me and stuff. So well, we got talking from there, and over a decade later, here we are, married, and that is just like the summary of the whole how we met issue. But along the line, in one of our videos, we'll be talking fully about how we met, our journey so far, and what we've learned so far, and how we've done it, really. Yeah,
absolutely. My wife has captured the summary of how we actually met. The bottom line is we met through an organization. We wanted to, I think, add an activities, and leadership was being called upon, and she nominated me, and private chatted her, and that was how we got talking. But anyways, that's another story for another day. If you like our channel, if you fancy what we are doing, please feel free to hit this subscription button, and also hit the notification bell. Put your notification on so you can be notified when we drop another
our video.
Yes, please like our videos.
Share with your friends and family members.
Yeah.
And let's grow this community together.
Yeah. Let's grow together as a community. Just so before you talk, Nikki, how we met is an interesting story.
Yeah.
But I think, just like you mentioned, we're gonna leave that for another episode of our video. But what should our audience know about parenthood? How did we actually, or what made us decide that we were going to be parents ourselves? What triggered that sort of intentionality as to, well, you've got to be parents, isn't it? Well, yeah, we were married, but not everybody wants to be a parent.
Yeah, not everyone wants to be a parent, and I do appreciate and I understand people who don't want to be parent, because parenthood is not easy.
It isn't. It isn't
not
at all.
Easy, especially when you're in diaspora. Parenthood is not easy. It's really difficult. So I believe you have to get to a stage in your life where your mental health is strong. You have like good emotional well-being also, because some days are really tough while some days are full of good memories. So for my own personal experience, when I was in my early 20s, I've always said of course I want kids. I don't want hands full of them, just the ones I can handle by myself really. And then I'm just like into I know I'm gonna make a good mother, but at the same time my mentality then was like, you need to enjoy like
your singlehood actually, when you're single and you're not married.
Like go on adventures, meet people, build your career in a way, so that when you actually have kids and you're unable to do that, or in a way you're kind of delayed a little bit in any aspect of your life, you say, okay, well, I've enjoyed this part, and I don't mind delaying some things or compromising on some things to be a parent, which is what every parent out there has done. In one way or the other, everyone has compromised to be a better parent to their kids. And it's like we said, it's not an easy journey, but I believe people do it. It's difficult. It's just that we need to like have that community to kind of explain things that work, strategies that work for someone that can work for you also, so that everyone is growing together. We are creating like the future generation in a very strong, and we have now, this generation is full of everything AI, is full of kind of people going to the internet to get tips to help each other. Believe in me, I've had so much information. I've made so much research into parenthood, family life, how to do anything in my house, on social media, and it really helped. You know, so it's good to know that others out there are kind of experiencing the same challenges as we are, and that we are learning from each other to kind of nurture these young kids to be a better adults in the future, because that's really important. We don't want our big kids or our big future leaders. That's
absolutely right. And just to summarize what my wife has said in terms of parenthood, first is parenting is never easy. And so if you're out there and you're thinking, oh, am I actually a good mom, a good dad? You are, to be honest, because you are really doing great, because quite frankly, there isn't any scripted material to give you a guide as to parenthood. You get to learn it on the job, just like us. And one parenting strategy that I think has worked for us is, number one, is being open-minded. And just like my wife did rightly say, on this channel we will be talking about practical parenting strategies that actually works. We feel that being open-minded, the ability to learn, the ability to explore different ideas, different insights, has given us the ability to be a good parent. And the other thing is, you must learn to be patient, because your children,
they're going to test your patience.
Absolutely.
They're going to press all your buttons.
They will test your patience. And I'm going to share a story, and my wife is going to pick up on that. Some weeks ago, I was sat in this living room, and I was actually watching a football match. I think I was watching Chelsea against Morecambe. I think it was a FA Cup football match. And by the way, we are based in the UK. Precisely Sheffield in the UK. I was having a good time. Okay, this is my moment just to enjoy this football match. And all of a sudden, my daughter ran into me and said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." And she had a bottle of juice with her, something. And just whilst I was trying to say, "Oh, Phoebe, you okay?" she just poured the whole stuff all over me. Damn! And you can imagine, you really can imagine how I felt at that time, watching a football match, being in a very good emotional moment of my life, at that time. It was really short-lived, It really did test my patience, but then one thing we've learned over the last few years of being a parent ourselves is that we must learn to be patient with our children. And whilst they do the wrong thing, we've got to be objective in terms of how we
react to them, and not being like emotional about it.
Absolutely.
Like young children, toddlers, they are learning how to adjust to our environment. They are picking up on things.
Yeah.
So it's just a way of them exploring, really.
Yeah.
It's not like they're doing anything intentionally to kind of get you angry or upset.
Yeah.
So we need to like understand that aspect. Even though we get upset,
Yeah.
we need to understand that they're just being kids
Yeah.
and they're just like learning from all these things. So it's just like getting them to know between the right and wrong.
Yeah.
And I believe with like toddlers that they're not able to like retain that kind of moral compass yet.
They can't really differentiate.
You
Yeah.
can just talk to them about it, but it doesn't mean that they're not gonna do that again. So it's just kind of being patient with them and just keep telling them, and eventually they get to a point in their life where they get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is just it.
And so before we end today's episode of Getting to Know Us, a summary of what you'll be getting or learning or hearing on our channels are: 1, practical parenting strategies that actually work. And like I did mention before, we are passionate healthcare professionals, and we are also very strongly focused on family health and mental health, inclusive of emotional well-being. So you will be getting those tips on this channel as well. And most importantly, we would not be doing it as a couple or as a family, but we'll be doing it as a community. So please drop your ideas, your suggestions into our comment section so we can read your story. We are more than eager to read your story. Nick and I are very much eager.
Yes, I'm interested in knowing if you're a couple, how you guys met, what has worked for you in the past.
Yeah.
Just to share 1 or 2 stories about yourself.
Yeah.
And we'll be waiting to see that in the comment section. And also, if you would like to kind of talk to us directly, also feel free to send a private message.
Yeah.
And I will respond to you as soon as we can.
Yes. She's absolutely right. So if you've got concerns, please feel free to send us a DM. Our email address is on our YouTube page, so just feel free to pop us an email, and trust us, we will read it. We will find time to read it. And just before we end this channel, this episode again, sorry, we're not ending the channel, my bad.
No, we're just starting, babe.
We want to wish you a very fantastic week ahead. Whatever you're going to be doing this week, we really wish you all the best this week. We pray that all things work together for your good this week, and we love you. We look forward to seeing you on our next video.
Yes.
And it's really going to be exciting because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet.
No,
it is really.
Don't do that. Don't do that. They're gonna have to wait for that.
Yeah. But please stay tuned. If you love our videos, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified. And we look forward to seeing you on our next video episode. We love you.
See you
later. Bye-bye.